time to talk some NHL. And look, there are a couple different avenues that we're going to attack in this. Number one, obviously the draft. But number two, this Alex DeBrincat thing seems to continue to brew. And you guys can mark me on this, all of you. Remember back around January times where I kind of surveyed the scene? We took an initial look at free agency and who was where and what was going on. And I said Alex DeBrincat. Now, you guys know I've always been a big DeBrincat guy, going back to the OHL days when he was with Erie. And I said, he's an RFA. You'll have to trade. You have to trade assets to get him, those types of things, couple of 40-goal seasons. You guys remember this. And again, Mark,
because
anybody has something to say? I got pushback on it.
But fuck, who gives a fucking idiots out there? Pushback by people that don't know. Which it makes sense. Why? There hasn't been relevancy in this town, in the hockey world, in 10, 12 years to whatever else. So this might be new to some of us. You might have to go to your parents or your aunts and uncles or your older siblings and ask them what it was like back in the day when you were building. That's the whole reason, Neil. And why was that? I want you to stop you there, because what did you notice back then? When I always go to you, salary cap, draft capital, that the temperature changed. When did it change? Last year with the restricted free agent movements, the Matthew Tkachuk, and we saw how it played out. So you moved your trade from free agency, because in the free agent pool there's not those great assets this year. It's next year, but the restricted free agency where you have to give to get, right?
Right.
That's where the pool is. So bringing up Alex, and also why? What is Alex DeBrincat? What has he done in this league that is rare? Multiple 40-goal seasons, which means he's a scorer, natural scorer, right? Arguably top 10 scorer in the league. The guy you need when you watch hockey. What do you see on the power play to whatever else? I don't care if it's Ovechkin, Stamkos, Mark Stone in the playoffs, whoever it is. The guy standing on the right side, loaded up for that one-timer, sniper, right? Dime a dozen guys. If you can get them, you want them. Now, you don't need to panic. It's Steve freaking Yzerman. The bottom line is, if Stevie signs off on him, it's like The Godfather, right? It honestly is. We could love anybody, and if he doesn't, right? But what did Steve Yzerman say in his press conference? I'll do what's best for the Red Wing organization and deal with the fallout later. What's the fallout? I brought it up last week. I believe the fallout might be we might lose a guy that we thought would be here, and maybe we had already thought we'd purchase jerseys on, right? That's fallout. You know what else fallout is? That's not just one. Money. Contract. You might have to go out, and Steve Yzerman might have to pay this guy. And it's not about paying him more than Dylan Larkin. It's paying your 40-goal guy if he is your guy, right? Is he your Brendan Shanahan? Is he your right-handed fill the back of the net goal scorer? If Steve Yzerman believes it, then I believe that he will pay him $9 million over 8 years or whatever he needs to do, right? In Stevie we trust, hashtag Wiser playing 1919, right? For all of us that are in, grab your popcorn, like I said, get ready to enjoy what's going to go on, because it's just not with new players, young players being picked. It's how he's building this team.
And here's the deal, too. And just to give everybody, again, the temperature of the room. When he was traded to Ottawa, it took a first and 2/3. It took a first and 2/3. That's without the financial commitment to him. If you're going to make this move, especially, too, D-Mac, because you said it, and I love the way you phrased that, the temperature of the room changed, and the Tkachuk deal changed it all. It just did. So I have to go to everybody here now and say, are you comfortable with a first, a second, and a premium prospect? Because that's the cost of the freight. And oh, by the way, he's gonna want an 8-year, $72 million deal, $9 million, $10 million per year. That's the cost of playing poker. Are you in or no? Are you in or no? Because 40-goal guys are not available. Everyone says this. We need, and it's my biggest thing. We need a 40-goal guy, a guy that can score, a guy that can score. They're not available. You have to go
and
take
what are
them.
And why are we so worried about? Do you not build the draft capital and the salary cap for these moments? And it's just to see if your guy wants this guy. It doesn't matter what we want or whatever, but this is the temperature of the room or what's going on, right? Now it's all up to Stevie. And Stevie either gives her this one and it's done, or this one and it's not done. But it's probably going to be, and you know what? If it's 17 a second, one of those second round picks, and a Zadina, you'd be lucky. But it's never going to be. It's going to be somebody like that. That's why I laugh.
That's the name
Who
that
says
keeps
no?
coming up.
Everybody says no. But here's the cooking. Here's what matters. And I believe this is big. What happens tomorrow in Nashville, Neil? At 7:30, you got all the hockey minds of every team sitting in the same room, and guys around the same time. That's accountability, right? It's like the same thing as you got that buddy. Oh yeah, he's been playing good. He's been playing great golf all summer. Now he's got to play with you. Now show me what you got.
Show me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course you're shooting. You're breaking 80, giving yourself 5-footers, and doing whatever. It's not realistic. At the end of the day, this is so exciting because it's Steve Yzerman's time to cook.
Yeah. And again, I keep seeing like Zadina. Zadina does not enter this equation, guys. They want good players.
You'd be lucky if they want Zadina. Zadina and somebody else. That might loosen the blow, but Zadina and somebody else. It's not going to just be him.
Are you guys comfortable with this? Are you guys comfortable with 9 and 41 and a premium prospect? But give me the premium. Major, Edvinson, like.
No.
So that's your line.
And that's, you know what, Neil?
Is it a second in Edvinson?
You nailed it. They're going to want back a prospect that is comparable to Alex DeBrincat in the scouting and stuff, and that's Carter Mazur. Sniper, scorer, young kid. So that would, like right now, if you 17 a second in him for DeBrincat and sign, out of my pay league, but dude, I'm doing it tomorrow.
Okay, and so here's the thing with me, because when I brought this up before, what was the pushback, Sam Flannel? He's too small. We need a physical we always want a physical presence all the time.
What freaking year are we in? 97? Or 2023? Are you kidding me? It's his game. It's speed, it's space. It's not like you need a guy eventually for your playoff run, but guys, remember, we're still trying to make it to the playoffs.
And see, guys, we got to get past this.
We're not in the playoffs yet.
Like Tammy Chin says, I agree. Mazur in a second, I would do it. It's going to be a first,
it's
a
going to be
second,
17,
and the prospect.
A second, the 17 pick, first round pick, 17 that you picked up from the Islanders, right? Asset you picked up. One of the second round picks you picked up. And then it's going to cost you Carter Mazur for DeBrincat to whatever.
And are you willing to bump that to 9 to outbid somebody else? Remember, you're not.
Again, we'll find out. And then you know what? Steve Yzerman, whether he does or he doesn't, is going to come out and tell you why he did or why he didn't.
Joe Beerline says, I would rather trade a first and keep prospects. No, you're giving both.
Why? You want to stay
40 goal guys that are 25 that you will lock up for the long term. How many of them have you seen? You don't see them. They don't come available.
Neil, a lot to do with the clock. If everybody remembers the clock that I had up, has to do with my perception of what Steve Yzerman and Chris Draper would do in the offseason, right? So this is cooking. He already told you he's cooking. He went and got a samurai sword, man. He's going to be slicing and dicing. You put my clock time when it does into your mouth. Absolutely. And it is his time.
DNCENT says, I love this. People just assume you're going to steal their top talent from other teams. This isn't a video game. Yes, this isn't a trade machine.
Oh, you want that one? Hey, go play, load up NHL.
Yeah, we'll give you Zadina in 2 seconds.
Put it in. See if it works. Then come back to us.
Yeah, this is what it's going to cost, guys. Because I was told before we're not comfortable with it. Because he's not big. And he's not a physical presence. And we get pushed around too much. You know what you do when you get pushed around? Go score on the power play. We touched on this already. right?
It's a different NHL. Why are people like acting like it's the 90s? The size you need it eventually, but there's room for that. That's why you add the size guys and the role guys you add in free agents.
And like we have some size. Like obviously Edvinsson and Seider, 2 towers. You've got Rasmussen hopefully playing a full healthy season. He's a big guy who's using his size when he was healthy last year. Soderblom can come in. Like we need a 40-goal guy more than we need fucking size, people.
And Spenny, look. I'm getting your limits.
Yeah.
All right. Because there are going to be multiple teams that are going to want a 25-year-old 40-goal, 2-time 40-goal guy. There just are. You have to finish on top. Your offer has to be best. If they're hell-bent on Edvinsson, if they're hell-bent on him, if that's what it takes to push your offer over the top, now we pull back on we keep our first, and we got to give Edvinsson in a second.
If you're gonna give Edvinsson and whatever, you're getting something else too.
Yeah,
you're gonna get. There's something on there where like this could be. There could be somebody else there that he wants.
I'm not giving up Edvinsson.
So that's your line.
Yes.
Okay. And look, I'm not coming at you, Spenny, or anything like that. I'm taking the temperature of the room.
I'm fully torqued, like. Full mast for Edvinsson Seider. Like, just those pillars back there to lead our defense for the next 10 years.
And there's a lot of pushback. Dog Pound says, I'm not giving Edvinsson, Neil. Are you crazy? Guys, it's not up to me. It's up to the market. If you want him, you have to go get him. You are not the only team involved in this. This is high stakes. 25-year-old 40-goal guy is out there for the taking. I'm doing it, guy. Tammy Chin said, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do what it takes. I'm drawing the line in the sand here. Yes, I will do that.
If you believe that that's your guy, and we'll find out if Stevie does. Like there isn't, like he already said. What do you think he said? Again, do I have to repeat it? Do the best for the team and deal with the fallout.